Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. A lot of actions on Wednesday Champions League. We'll be talking about that on the show today. And also Europa Cup that will be coming up also today. Well, I'm Adeni Ajishafe, welcoming you on the show, 360 Sports. We'll be starting from the home scene, talking about handball, where Kano Pillars and Safety Babes are champions of the 2021 Prudent Energy Handball Premier League that took place in Abuja. The good thing is that it started for about 13 days and now it has come to an end. That's the first story we'll be looking at today as we talk about handball. Kano Pillars, they did well. They won by head-to-head rule ahead of the team that came second. They really tried their best, but they were able to do it. Talking about Kano Pillars right now, winning Premier League, and they are celebrating the fact that they were able to win the Handball League ahead of other teams. Now, in 3 years, they've done it in 2 times, celebrating Kano Pillars from Kano State, and also Safety Babes, the team from FRSC. They did well also, winning for the women version of the competition. They won by 25 points ahead of their former defending champion, talking about Adorable Babes, who came second, and Imo Grasshoppers came third. Talking about the ladies version, well, the defenders tried their best as they were able to they came second, and also looking at Niger United coming first for men. Handball stories there, talking about the Prudent Energy Handball League. It has come to an end, and the winners are celebrating. Kano Pillars and Safety Babes are right now celebrating. Safety Shooters, FRSC team for men, also tried their best as they were able to come second for the men. Good one there. All the teams that participated, 22 teams, 12 for men and 10 for women. At least right now, the handballers, they have the template where they can showcase their skills in the world of handball. Now we move away from handball. Let's talk about another story trending. Talking about a very young prodigy in chess. Her name is Deborah Quickpen. Deborah Quickpen conquered the whole Africa as she was able to win the African Youth Chess Championship in Accra, Ghana. She did this by winning 9 out of her 10 games that she played, and right now she was being celebrated yesterday, talking about Deborah Quickpen, hosted by Bayelsa State government for winning that coveted trophy for Nigeria, African Youth Chess Championship under 10 group. This young lady, 9 years old, right now being celebrated. She was awarded an ambassadorial role as the ambassador for youth in sport. Talking about Bayelsa State government. Also, they gave her and all our coaching crew 4 million naira alongside a scholarship wherever, maybe Nigeria or outside Nigeria. Good one there. That's a clarion call for our parents and guardians out there that they should always allow our youth or children to face any sport that they so far find themselves. Good one there. At least the parents of Deborah Quickpen right now will be smiling because this young lady has really done them proud. She has done Bayelsa State proud, and also she has done Nigeria as a country proud, winning at the age of 9 African Youth Chess Championship that took place in Accra, Ghana. We have to celebrate this young lady. She has done well for Nigeria, and right now, good one for the fact that Bayelsa State government deemed it fit to award her a scholarship and also an ambassadorial role alongside some cash to cool off. Good one there. Now we move away from chess as we talk about a few days ago. Maybe I should use the word former now because he actually he wrote a letter of resignation to Kwara United, talking about Abdullahi Bifo. Coach Abdullahi Bifo wrote a letter resigning his appointment as the coach of Kwara United. But right now, Kwara United rejects that particular resignation from him. It's becoming a bit dramatic now because the team, Kwara United, said they are rejecting that resignation. They are not ready for him. They are not ready to allow him go. And the man says he wants to leave. So drama is ensuing now. Let's see what's going to happen concerning Kwara United. The coach is saying, I want to go. I'm just recuperating from the illness that took me to the US, and the team is saying, okay, we are not ready to let you go. A lot of drama over there in Ilorin, Kwara State. Kwara United, ahead of the MPFL that will soon be starting, this should not be happening. Well, I hope they will be able to get their house in order before the league begins proper. Now, well, big one happened yesterday in the UEFA Champions League, as we will be going to that particular segment right now, talking about UEFA Champions League. There are a lot of people a lot of people want to actually listen or hear about or watch rather. Well, we go on a short break. By the time we return, we'll take on UEFA Champions League. Thanks for joining us still on 360 Sport. I told you earlier that we'll be taking on UEFA Champions League. We'll be taking you through the world of handball, chess, and also Kwara United story. Now let's look at the big one that happened all over Europe yesterday as UEFA Champions League results. Quickly, let's look at those results. All the matches that was played, well, Real Madrid did well. They were able to win 2-1 against Shakhtar Donetsk that came visiting AC Milan. They were held to a 1-1 draw by Porto as Manchester City walloped Club Brugge by 4-1. You just have to give it up to RB Leipzig. They did well against PSG with their array of stars. 2-2 it ended. A certain Nkunku was fantastic in that match. Liverpool, Sadio Mane and Diogo Jota, they did well, winning against Atletico Madrid 2-0, while Sporting CP 4-0 against Besiktas of Turkey. They won convincingly there. Borussia Dortmund, it was a two-way play, but they lost against Ajax team 3-1. It was a fantastic game for Ajax as they won that game against Borussia Dortmund in Germany, while Sheriff Tiraspol, the team from Moldova, they lost against Inter Milan by 1-3. Those are the results in the UEFA Champions League. And joining me in the studio to talk about that particular story is Josie James, a sport analyst. Good to have you in the studio.
Yeah, it's good to have you too. Thanks.
We saw those matches play yesterday, the results. A lot of people were looking at what's going to happen between all these matches, all the teams that play, especially PSG, RB Leipzig, yes. And we were looking at Real Madrid versus Shakhtar Donetsk, nice. And Real Madrid did well. Benzema scoring 1,000 goal for Real Madrid. So now your take on all these results quickly.
For Real Madrid, they're trying to build a new team. You know, after the Ronaldo era, now Benzema has taken the team to another level. He's now the go-to man. When you need a goal, you call for Benzema. So he's always there to deliver for Real Madrid. Despite his age, but he's still in form. He has been in form for the past 3 seasons. He's been scoring banging goals in Europe, in La Liga, and he's doing well for himself. And let me dive into AC Milan. I feel AC Milan should focus on the Serie A and see how they can recapture the Scudetto. For the Champions League, they should just
They should
forget Champions League for this season. They are not good enough to go to the next round and meet the likes of
Bayern
Munich, Liverpool or City and get beaten 6 or 7-0. So they should just focus on the Scudetto.
Now, former Liverpool legend Michael Owen has actually tipped Liverpool to be that they are going to win this Champions League, even though he said Bayern Munich and Manchester City could give them a good run for their money, but he's tipping Liverpool to win this year's Champions League. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't, because the group stage of the Champions League is always different. It's a different ball game. You know, the moment you step into the knockout phase, every team goes into beast mode. We saw what Chelsea did last season. They weren't good enough in the first half of the Champions League.
Group stage.
Yes, but the moment they moved into the knockout phase, they were a different team completely. Though they had a new coach in Thomas Tuchel, who changed the team entirely and brought that Chelsea DNA that they can just score 1 goal and that's it. But you cannot judge based on what's happening in the group phase right now to determine who will win the Champions League. for PSG, they might not be doing that well. Let's watch out and see what happens in the knockout phase. PSG might turn up and start banging. The connection between Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi might just connect.
And then they pick up from there.
Yes. Don't forget that the Premier League is as tough as twice as the Champions League. So Liverpool needs to choose. Are they going for the Premier League or they are going for the Champions League? If they go for both, they will lose one. Chelsea are having a formidable season right now. They have a good team. Manchester City is trying to defend. And the comeback kings, Manchester United, they are there behind them. So for Owen to say that Liverpool, that's his opinion. His opinion, yeah. Tipping Liverpool to win. He was once a Liverpool player. He's a legend of Liverpool, so he can say that. But for me, I won't agree with him.
Now let's look at this particular team also. Tiraspol Sheriff from Moldova. Although a lot of people underrate them, they lost against Inter Milan by 1-3 in that particular match. Although for them to qualify for Champions League is not a child's play because it's for the champions.
Yeah, Sheriff is like the dark horse. There's always a dark horse every season. There's always one team that's a giant killer. Yes. Just come and do what they need to do and get that fame and get knocked out probably in the round of 16 and come back next season and do well. My fear for them is these big clubs in Europe will just come in and start poaching these players. Before you know, Real Madrid will come,
the team will be
City
depleted.
Will come. Yes. And you won't see them again. Just like Ajax. Ajax is trying to come back. Since 2018, it's almost like they are playing, the current Ajax squad is playing what they did in 2018. And after that squad,
clubs will come and pick them.
And they pick every player there. So Ajax is trying to rebuild. Ajax is doing just the same thing Sheriff is doing right now. But I'll have to give kudos to the backroom staff of Sheriff to play against Inter, playing against Real Madrid, and get still, good results.
Yes.
It's not like they were packing the bus. They played good football. Good football. Yeah. And there's something that happened yesterday concerning VAR. It has to do with the PSG game.
Versus Leipzig.
And the Atletico Madrid game.
Liverpool.
Versus Liverpool. There was a foul committed by Danilo in the PSG game. Inside the box, he was the last defender, but the referee called for a penalty and a yellow card. But the Liverpool game, the Atletico Madrid player just tripped the Liverpool player, but he was given a straight red card without even going to look at the VAR.
I'm sure that there should have been a review.
Yes.
Of such.
Yes, it's almost like it's not like they're trying to witch hunt Atletico Madrid, but
it was just waiting.
Yes, it's almost like every attempt Atletico Madrid makes is everybody sees it as it's a deliberate tackle. It's a deliberate tackle.
And then they are being penalized.
Yes, it's not fair. For me, I see that it's not fair. They have to
balance.
FIFA or UEFA has to review how they come up with these rules and implement it on every level. And
the guys handling the VAR should also be checked, so that they will, at least their communication with the central referee will go well. Well, that's been Josie James talking concerning UEFA Champions League. We've talked about all the results. Well, I think yesterday was a big one, good one for Real Madrid. They've got 1,000 goals so far. Karim Benzema was the one that actually nipped it in the board. Well, good one there. And you have to look at, let's look at the table as it stands now. The table in Group A, we have teams are really doing well. Talking about the UEFA Champions League now, we have talking about the UEFA Champions League. You are looking at the table, although this is Europa Cup. This is Europa Cup now. We're still talking about the Champions League. If you can get the table on the screen now, we have teams that have qualified so far: Juventus, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Ajax. You have to give off of those two, 4 teams. They've done well now. Group A, we have it there: Manchester City with 9 9 points. They are really being trailed by Paris Saint-Germain, 8 points. Club Brugge, the same Club Brugge at third, and you have RB Leipzig with just 1 point. Say something about this group.
City need a win, just a win to qualify. But for them to top the group, they need to beat Paris at Etihad. They have to beat Paris. It's very important that they beat Paris to qualify and top the group. Because sometimes it's very tricky, this Champions League. When you top the group, you might end up playing an opposition that is as strong as your team. So and sometimes it favors you when you top the group. You play a lesser team as well. So like Inter Milan. If City gets Inter Milan in the round of 16, it's a good draw for them. It's a good draw. But if City gets a team like
Liverpool or Atletico,
or yes,
it's going to be tough.
Yes, or like even Real Madrid. Real Madrid is trying to rebuild right now. They have a young squad. After
all, they always rate themselves as a king of Champions League. They want to come back.
Good. So and the other tricky part is this. If City comes second and they get a draw of Ajax, it's also good for them. City like playing against teams who come out, not teams who sit back.
Who sit back.
Yes. They like to play against teams that come out because they know that they'll score you.
Okay, let's look at Group B now. As it stands on the table of Group B, we have Liverpool. They have actually qualified. They're celebrating right now. 4 matches, 4 wins for Liverpool. FC Porto, 5 points. Atletico Madrid, 4 points after playing 4 matches. You have AC Milan. As Josie just said earlier, that it's going to be difficult for Milan to scale through. They just have to forget about Champions League and focus on winning the Scudetto. Well, Liverpool, they are true. But between Porto and Atletico, it's very, very open.
Yes, it's open. And Atletico has this experience in the Champions League. Though they haven't won the Champions League, they've been there twice.
Porto, they've done it. Yes.
Porto have done that. That was the Mourinho era.
Yes.
But Atletico has kept this philosophy, the Simeone philosophy, the way he plays. He knows this competition very, very well. So I believe that Atletico might just scale through.
Good one there. Yes. Now let's go to Group C. Atletico might scale through, but now in Group C, Ajax, they've also made statement by qualifying for the round of 16 right now. Good one for Ajax. Borussia Dortmund, 6 points. They lost at home. Sporting CP, 6 points. And Besiktas of Turkey without a point. So surprising for, although Turkish team always come as, you have Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, Besiktas always making up the numbers when it comes to Champions League. Yes. But this time around, in fact, they are not getting close to any call in their group.
Yes. The advantage for Dortmund here is that they're not going to play Ajax again. They've played them over 2 legs. So they have an advantage to play a Besiktas without a point that they can grab 3 points from and wrestle Sporting to get a point also.
But the way it is now, looking at between Dortmund and Sporting, is one of them must just drop for
yes, I feel Sporting will drop to Europa because Sporting cannot for now. It's not that visible for them to beat Ajax.
What if it happens? That's football, so unpredictable.
Even Ajax having 12 points, they have qualified, but they still need to remain top.
Okay, so that at least they can avoid some strong teams.
If they lose the next 2 games, it's obvious that they'll come second. And if they come second, they'll meet the likes of Liverpool or City.
Which might not go well for them at all. Okay, let's look at Group D. As Group D stands now, talking about the UEFA Champions League, Real Madrid are standing tall with 9 points. Inter Milan, 7 points. Tiraspol, the team from Moldova, 6 points. Surprisingly, Shakhtar Donetsk, the team that they are perennial Champions League team that are always there, but they have just 1 point. Tiraspol, shockingly, just a word on that.
Sheriff will make the Europa. they will make Europa. Inter and Real Madrid will go through.
Inter Real Madrid should go.
Yes,
they will go
they'll
through.
go through.
That's your take on
Yes,
that.
that's my take.
Okay, now let's switch from UEFA Champions League to UEFA Europa Cup. Now the Europa League will be coming up today. A lot of matches will be coming up, and we have. Let's look at all the fixtures for you in Group A and B. Let's quickly look at Brøndby will be playing against Rangers, while Olympique Lyonnais will play against Sparta Prague. As in Group B, PSV Eindhoven from Netherlands will be playing away to Monaco, as Real Sociedad hosts the Storm Graz from Austria. Those are the fixtures in Group A. I think these are the matches for Group A. Now let's look at Group B. Group B quickly. As we talk about all the matches in UEFA Europa League now, let's look at Group B. Monaco, we talk about Monaco and Eindhoven. Now let's look at Group C and D quickly. Legia Warsaw against Napoli. Leicester City, Kelechi Iheanacho's team will play against Sparta Moscow, while Olympiacos hosts Frankfurt. Royal Antwerp of Belgium will play host to Fenerbahce, while in Group E and F you have teams that will be playing. Galatasaray of Turkey against Lokomotiv Moscow. Olympique Marseille will be at home against Lazio, as Red Star Belgrade hosts FC Midtjylland of Denmark. And you also have Sporting Braga of Portugal against Ludogorets of Bulgaria. Those are the matches that will be coming. Then we have Bayern Leverkusen against Real Betis. Ferencváros of Hungary hosts Celtic, while KRC Genk will be at home against West Ham of England, as Dinamo Zagreb of Croatia will be playing host to Rapid Vienna of Austria. These are the matches coming up quickly before we go.
I would wish for West Ham to go really far.
I think you are a lover of English Premier League.
No, not just that. Moyes.
Okay, because of David Moyes
has proven to be a coach who learns and who evolves. Ever since he got the sack from Manchester United, he has been trying to evolve, and he's doing so well with West Ham right now. So I would tip West Ham to go really far, although Europa is a kind of competition that you cannot predict. You cannot predict. A team might just come from the Champions League to join them in the knockout phase, and that team goes on to win.
But the particular team has actually stood out for years. Sevilla seems to know the experiment to win Europa.
Yes, because they had Unai Emery. Now, Unai Emery is with Villarreal.
Okay, because of our time, I just have to call you there. Thanks for coming on the show, Josie James.
Thank you very much.
He's been talking concerning UEFA Champions and also Europa League. That will be all on 360 Sports for this time. Adini Ajishafe. Do not forget to join us on all our social media platforms. Thanks for watching.